Okay, it says we are live. Let me check on my Facebook because I haven't used StreamYard for so long. Let's see if I am actually live. Let's get used to this thing. I am, look, there we are. We are live. Hello, hello. So we are live on the business
Hello.
page. It worked. I managed to work out the tech stuff. That's very, very exciting. So hello, everybody. Welcome to the very first, which is very, very exciting, the very first Lazy Manifesting Success Series. Over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be bringing you some of my fabulous clients and wonderful ladies who've been implementing this lazy manifesting stuff into their life and into their business, just so you can get a little bit of inspiration as to how other people apply it, because it's one thing for me to talk about it, but just in case you're wondering how you might actually apply that to your business, I'm going to be bringing in some fabulous, wonderful people. And today, for the very first episode, I'm very excited. We are joined by the beautiful Lizzie of Redhead Wondering. In a moment, I will ask her to introduce herself and tell you all about her fabulous business. And Lizzie and I have been connected for almost a year. She joined my Abundant Business Collective membership in December last year, 2020. I've got a bit of an echo, so if anyone has an echo, please do let me know, because we'll see if we can figure it out, but I'm trusting it'll be fine. So yes, we've been connected for about a year now, and it's been an absolute pleasure watching Lizzie on her journey over the last year. And I tell her this all the time, that I'm so proud. It makes me so delighted of everything that I'm seeing her achieve, because personally, and I'm going to ask Lizzie to share her thoughts on it, but personally, I feel she's come such a long way since when we first met a year ago. And it's just been an absolute incredible joy to watch her achieve these things and just feel more confident and start putting herself out there and start implementing some of these lazy manifesting things. So it's been a pleasure. And that's why I've asked Lizzie to come and join us for our very first episode. So Lizzie, please do tell us about you and what your wonderful business is. And if you could just share a bit about perhaps where you felt you were and how you felt about your business when we first connected back in December last year to where you are now and how you feel about it now, that'd be great.
Okay, well, hello everybody. Thank you very much for inviting me on, Joa. I'm very pleased to be here. I'm glad to be the first. That's great. So yes, I'm Lizzie. I'm the redhead behind Redhead Wondering Handbound Books, and I brought a few samples. I create journals using cyanotype art for the covers. So I had only just started my business journey when I connected with you last year, Gemma. Because this had started out as something I was just doing for myself, and then I was making the books to give to everybody as presents, and then a couple of people started saying, that they would pay me to make them, and why didn't I sell them? So I'd just launched an Etsy shop, and I was like soaking up all this stuff online. I'd gone from being a bit of a Luddite and not really, and like avoiding all things social media, to looking at all this business stuff and all these coaches. And I was feeling a little bit lost, to be honest, because it just seemed like there was so much information out there. And an awful lot of the business coaches, they seem to be talking to coaches. They didn't really seem to be talking to people like me who were making a product or who were really small. And, I work full time, and I'm doing this this is my side hustle, but I don't like that hustle word either. So it didn't really feel like they were talking to me, basically. And then I saw you talk in a Facebook group that I was a member of at the time, and you were talking about the law of attraction and the way the brain works, and it was like it just made so much sense to me, and I felt a real resonance from that very first sort of seeing you just talk for half an hour. I thought, I really like this woman. She talks loads of sense and I understand everything that she's saying. So I sought you out and signed up onto your email list. And it was like you were sending these emails that it was like you were talking to me. It's like, oh my God, she's inside my head and she can see exactly what I'm thinking. And, you were answering questions just as they were coming up for me. So I kind of was responding to you and reached out to you, and that's when you said to me about the Abundant Business Collective, and I I just immediately, I knew you told me about it and you said, have a think about it. And it was like, no, I'll do it. I wanted to join right away. I just knew, I just felt like it was the right thing to do. And I have not looked back. I have learned so much. So that was last December, I think I joined. So it's just coming up to a year. And I have learned so much about running a business. You have taught me so much about running my business, and just about my like the whole mindset thing. Like it all makes sense now, you know. And I just feel like when I look at where I was a year ago to where I am now, where, you know, I've still got my little Etsy shop that's ticking away in the background, but I'm selling my journals on the British Craft House. I'm getting loads of visibility there. I've got my own website. I'm starting to build an email list, and I've now got like a journal, like you know, print on demand journal on Amazon. So it's like I've gone from here to like way up here, you know. So it's
I love that. I love that. And
it's been huge.
I remember when we first connected, or not straight away, but shortly after, you were talking about wanting to create some passive income and how that would bring more peaceful abundance. As you know, I'm all about peaceful abundance, how that would bring that into your life, but you couldn't see really how you creating handbound journals could create any kind of passive income, and who'd want to learn from you, or who'd want to, you know, buy anything else from you, and how could you do that in a sort of peacefully abundant passive income way. So now that you've got your very first journal selling on Amazon, is just amazing, because now that is peaceful abundance and it's passive income. It's another income stream for you. And I think when we first connected a year ago, you wouldn't have felt that was possible. You'd have had a lot of the fears and the doubts and all of that sort of stuff. And now you've just done it and run with it, which is awesome. So I talk all the time about mindset being the most important thing. Yes, of course, you need to have some action, but mindset really is the most important thing. So what do you feel has been the biggest thing for you over the last year on your kind of mindset journey that's moved you from where you were to where you are now? How different do you feel, and how has mindset kind of played a role in that for you?
Well, I'm a very happy person, you know. I'm very lucky. I have a lovely life. I have a lovely husband, and you know, I'm really happy. But what I've gotten from you is just so much clarity. I think that was the first thing, you know, way back in January this year. You know, the first thing that I really got involved with you was about looking at my vision for this year, for 2021, and doing a vision board, and doing that brain dump, and getting it all down on paper. So that was huge for me, you know, and it really helped me to see where I could maybe go. And I started doing things, you know, like writing things like I want to have passive income, and I want to have this, and I want to have that, you know. So that was huge. The clarity has been huge, and I come back to it a lot as well, you know, and I'm continuing to do it because I'm on your Abundant Business boot camp as well at the moment, and I've now got a really big inspired action list. So and that's the other thing, going from having a to-do list, which was more like a to-do book because there was so much I felt like I had to do, to breaking it down into inspired actions that I can tick things off, and I can see things actually you know, I've got lots of ticks, and I'm counting down things, and you know, so that's been great. I think a big thing is having the vision board, because I've got it there in front of me all the time, and I'm updating it, and I'm getting so much clearer all the time. Like the vision board that I did in September when we started the boot camp, it's so much more, you know, sort of honed in. I know what I want. I know how I'm going to get, you know, I know what I need to do to get to the peacefully abundant life that I want to manifest. And it's also covered in affirmations, because that's the other thing, because everybody talks about affirmations, and I've known about affirmations for a long time, but I've always kind of like, it's a bit sort of new agey and out there, and not really for me. And I've tried them in the past, and it's been like, I'll stick up a post-it note with an affirmation, but then I don't really use it.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm actually using my affirmations now to change how I think, So, I journal every day anyway. So I start with my affirmations, and I have, I might add extra ones in. Like I was just doing one like about how excited I was about a new job I was going to get, which I've now found out I'm not getting, but hey ho, it's obviously not meant to be. But I've got my goal is in my affirmations. So they're there. I'm seeing them every day. I've got them on my vision board. I've got them pinned up. I say them when I'm in the car, because I'm always in the car on my own, when I'm driving to work or at the shop or whatever. And I'm driving along, talking to myself out loud, saying my affirmations. I do the lazy, writing my money goal in the shower steam. And
Yeah.
it's kind of like they're always front and center. My husband laughs at me. He thinks I'm completely doolally, but
It's fine.
it
It's fine.
works for me. Like it works for me, and it has really, it's changed how I think, and there's another thing that I hadn't been doing until you told me about it, and it's like the change in the what ifs, instead of thinking like when I did the like the Amazon journal, what if nobody buys it? What if I never make one single sale? What if people look at it and go, this isn't worth the money? To what if it's a huge success? What if I actually have money ka-chinging into my account every month from sales? And what if I end up running a really successful creative business? And just that reframing. I've got a little, where I used to have, I'll say it, my mother's voice was the critic in my head, stop showing off, don't be so loud, don't be this, don't be that, I've now got a little Gemma voice that's like,
I love that.
watch your language, stop saying I hope, or I'll try.
Yeah.
I will, I am, and I am, I have so much abundance in my life, and I'm so grateful. That's the other thing, like the gratitude that you teach us in the collective. You talk about, being grateful, and it's not just words. It's like I really, really am. I feel it in my gut. I'm really grateful for the life that I've got, and thank you, universe. I'll have some more of that, please. But yeah, I mean, there's loads of things, and I implement the things that you teach us. I don't feel like it's an effort now. It's not like, I must write my gratitudes down and I must say my affirmations. It's like I just say them. I say my affirmations all the time. It's there. I do my power pose. When I had the job interview, I didn't care that any of the neighbours might be able to see me. I was standing in front of my laptop.
I love that.
Pose, and yeah, it's just everything has kind of moved up a level. So.
I love that, and it's been an absolute joy to watch, as I say, and I've been able to see you on that journey since you've been implementing these things. And like you say, you're a happy person. You were a happy person when I met you back in December last year. I'm not trying to say that you were, traumatized and desperate or anything like that. But certainly there was a lot of disbelief. There was a lot of not wanting to put yourself out there. There was a lot of, can I even really make more than just a little bit of money every month? It's just a side business. Whereas now you really are viewing it as a vehicle to create that life that you want, to be able to manifest that abundance, that dream life that you can have with your wonderful husband, where you eat bread and do whatever you want and go for nice walks and just have that life that you want. And it's been an absolute joy to watch. What do you think is the best thing about lazy manifesting? What is it that makes it easy or makes it fun, or what is the best thing for you about the lazy manifesting kind of approach?
I think just because it's easy, because it's fun as well. It's not a chore. It's not hard to do these things. It's not like, you say all the time, stop shooting all over yourself. I don't feel like I should be doing it. It's just I am doing it, and and it does help. Even setbacks, it's like, okay, no, that's fine. I intend to create the peacefully abundant life of my dreams, and it's everything is okay. And it's easy. I really like it. I like that it's easy. I like having the visual reminders, because I've got my vision board up in front of me when I'm sitting at my desk, and I've got inspiring quotes, and I've got like my little bookmark that I got from you with my you've got this book, and it's up there, and it's like, I can do this, and I think that's what I like about it. It feels like it's something that I can actually do. It's not woo-woo and out there. It's something that I can actually do and implement in my life. And it's made a difference. So it's, it's such a win-win. Even if, like today, I found out I hadn't got the job that I went for. It's not like crushing disappointment. It's just, okay, so there might be something, like you said, it might be because my business will take off so much in 2022. I'm not going to have time to be thinking about a new job and learning new stuff, because I'm going to be really busy being a successful businesswoman, and I won't need a job anyway. So
yeah, absolutely. I love that. And so you've been implementing these things now for about a year, and so it has become easy, like you say. It's not a chore, which is what I want. I don't want anything to be hard. I always want to take the shortcut. I always want to take the quick approach, the easy approach. Do you feel that it would have been as easy for you to implement if you didn't have someone kind of constantly reminding you to say your affirmations and to focus on your vision board and to track your money and do all of that kind of stuff? Do you feel that you needed perhaps that accountability a little bit to be able to build up the habit of it?
I definitely, definitely. Like I say, having my little Gemma on my shoulder, I can hear your voice in my head telling me things, and it's like, because I'm not mad, but it's just, having that accountability, and having, it's one of the things that I love about being in like the Lazy Manifest. Your Lazy Manifestors group is fantastic. Your free Facebook group is brilliant, and I've connected with some amazing women in there. But being part of the collective, it's like, it's like being part of, as a family. It's what it feels like. It's, there's all these amazing women who I'm in awe of them. The breadth of talent and skill, and they're all just so amazing, but they're just so lovely as well, and they support me. I feel, I've never met Emma, but I feel like I know her because we connect in your community. And when when they share a win, it does genuinely make me happy. When Laura tells us that she's made loads of sales, or Liz tells us that she's had a brilliant networking meeting, you're like, yes, it's so good, because I really do believe that we rise together. I think, because I'm really happy, I want everybody to be happy, and it makes me happy when other people are, and that feeling of community in the collective. And also, like the Monday morning coaching session with you, it's like that just starts the week. So, it's like I start out in a positive. I love Mondays. Mondays are the Monday morning, Monday lunchtime. That's the best time of the week. And even though I'm back in the office, sometimes I've got my secret little in-ear headphone that nobody can see because of all the hair. And I'm sitting listening. I was like, yes.
I love that. And that makes me really happy, because I say this all the time. I'm really intentional about the spaces that I create, and I want my collective to feel like that family feel community, to feel like that place where we are all in it together. That's why it's called the Abundant Business Collective, because as that collective group, we help each other, we cheerlead each other on. It's not just about me and the sessions that I do on a Monday. It's about you ladies collaborating and helping each other, and I see you commenting on each other's Facebook posts and sharing each other's things and just giving so much kind of value and so much support. And that makes me super, super happy, because it is really important to be mindful of who you surround yourself with and be mindful of where you spend your time. And that's why I'm so intentional about the spaces that I create. And so it isn't going to be a good fit for everyone, but it's certainly going to be a good fit for people that are just like us. And so doors are open to the collective at the moment. So if anybody was wondering whether to join the Abundant Business Collective, whether it's for them, whether they should do it, what would your advice be as a member that's been there for about a year? What would your advice be?
I would say join, definitely, 100%. I can't imagine now not being part of the collective. And it's not just all the positive stuff and the community support. It's all the stuff that I have learned from you from a business point of view. I know that you're the lazy manifesting coach, and you're a mindset coach, but you have taught me so much about business and about, I think, just there's so much integrity, you're very honest, and you're very, you teach us because you've done it. And you show us the steps involved. And I mean, the training, I've gone back and watched a few of the training videos again and again, because you get something new out of them all the time. There's just, you give so much value. I think to be honest, I know I've said this before, like in posts, and I'm not just saying it. It is the best investment that I've made in my business and in myself. It's, I can't stress that enough. It's, you're the reason, I believe you're the reason that I am where I am now, that I am selling on the British Craft House, and I have got my own website, and I have got passive income stuff out there, because I wouldn't have felt brave enough, or I just wouldn't have believed in myself enough. You've given me so much confidence. So yeah, I would say anybody who is, a small business, go for it. It's going to be the best money you spend. And I've learned more. Honestly, I have learned so much more from you in like small, workshops that you do. And, it's like, the penny drops about things, and I learn more in half an hour of listening to you than hours and hours on other business courses that you sit and plow through, and you think, that doesn't make any sense to me, this doesn't apply to me. But everything you teach us, because we are such a, sort of, we're a small and close community, our businesses as well, and our personalities. And you are so mindful of the people that you've drawn together, that you're talking to us as individuals. We're not just one in 5,000 members in your group who, it doesn't ever feel like you're just mouthing platitudes. You're telling us the truth, and that, I really like that.
It feels like kind of a mastermind more than a sort of membership where you're on your own, because we do all come together and we do all support each other. It feels like a bit of a mastermind. So I'm really, really glad that you've said that. You'll make me blush, but that's so awesome. And I always want to make it easy, because that's what I'm all about. Yes, I'm the lazy manifesting coach, but I'm about creating more freedom, more ease, more choices in your business and in your life. The Abundant Business Collective is obviously focused on the business, though a lot of the things will end up moving into your life anyway as a natural result. But that's why we do have things on there. Training that I gave in September, I think it was, wasn't it? It was all about or might have even been October, I can't think what it was now, was all about, I know it was October, wasn't it? It was about publishing that book on Amazon, because I've published a book on Amazon, and lots of the ladies wanted to know what that looked like and how that went. So I recorded a video on publishing a book on Amazon. I was able to put in a few bits there about the lazy manifesting stuff and focusing on your mindset, but it was more focused about self-publishing a book on Amazon. We've got trainings on there on all sorts of different things about finding your perfect people and visibility and things like that, and confidence. But there's going to be that kind of lazy manifesting angle, but all of it, what underpins all of it is making it more easy, is the simple approach, the path of least resistance. What's the easiest option? What's the shortcut? Because I don't think it needs to be hard. And there's so much stuff out there talking about unstoppable success and 7-figure businesses and going for gold and all of this kind of stuff. And you can have those things because, of course, you can be and have whatever it is that you want. But I'm all about take the easiest option so that you still get to have an afternoon off or a long weekend or go out for dinner when you can't be bothered to cook. What's the path of least resistance to kind of get you there? So that's what underpins everything. So I'm really, really glad that you've said that and that they come across. So as I say, ladies, doors are open to the Abundant Business Collective at the moment. They're open for the last time in 2021. They're going to shut very soon. They're not going to open again until January 2022 when they do the price increases. So I'm going to pop a link in. You'll see a link going across on the banner, and I'm going to pop it into the comments in a moment. If you want to find out more about the Abundant Business Collective, if you want to come and join Lizzie and the other fabulous ladies, we'll be showcasing a few more of them over the Lazy Manifesting Success Series over the next couple of weeks. Then come and join us. But there's more information on there. Reach out to me if you have any questions. I'm glad it's not just me that says it, but it is the best place on the internet, and it does feel like that community, that mastermind kind of feel, where if you want to grow your business and you want it to feel a little bit easier, if you don't want to hustle or struggle or sacrifice, you want it to feel easier, you want it to feel more enjoyable, you want it to feel less of a chore, you want to be improving your mindset, but you don't want to spend hours and hours watching Gaia or meditating and doing an hour of yoga and doing all the stuff that feels a little bit hard, which you then put off because you want to be growing your business. This isn't about adding more things to do. This is about habit stacking. This is about the path of least resistance so that you actually have more spare time. This isn't about working all of your spare time so you can grow your business. It's building your business. You have more spare time with the things that you love, with the people you love. So click on that link, go and check it out. Let me know if you've got any questions. You can shoot me a message. Let me know if you've got any questions. If you're not sure if it's a good fit, please do just let me know, because I'd love to welcome you into the Abundant Business Collective. It is my favorite place. I love my Monday lunchtimes because I talk to the ladies without fail. Doesn't matter how I'm feeling, what's happening. I'm always live in there. And like Lizzie says, I'm always honest about what's going on, and I'm always transparent about my business, the ups and the downs, the good, the bad, the ugly, because I want it to be able to inspire the members in there to know that we're all in it together, because we are a collective. So if you want to find out any more information, let me pop this in the comments quickly.
Also, Gemma, if anybody wants to ask me any questions about, because I know sometimes people are a bit shy about asking the coach themselves things, I'm more than happy if anybody wants to send me a private message or anything, and
that's awesome.
I'm more than happy. I could talk about this all day, because I mean, just as you're saying it, I'm thinking of all the other things that I do. Like I've got my affirmation. Find the camera. Affirmation ring. I am enough. So I can see that all the time. That's like, that anchors me. I am enough. I am enough. I've got my affirmation crystal, that when I'm having a tricky time, I'm fiddling with it. And, it's just like, it's part of my life now, and it's great. I love it.
I love that. Love that. So thank you so much for joining me today, Lizzie, for the first ever Lazy Manifesting Success Series. It's been fabulous to connect with you today. Where can we find you if we want to know a little bit more about where to find you and order those beautiful journals from you, or just have a chat with you about the collective or whatever it is? Where can we find you?
Well, I've got a Facebook page, Redhead Wondering. And I sell my books on the British Craft House and the Redhead Wondering handbound books. I can pop a link under this after. I don't know if I can do it at the same time as we're actually talking. The technology might not be here for me, but I can pop a link to my Facebook page, and then if anybody wants to, connect with me, they can.
Okay, perfect. Yes, please do that. So thank you for joining me today, Lizzie. Thank you for those of you who've watching. We've had a couple dipping in and out. The beautiful Emma Beer was here for a little while, one of our other members. She gave a little hearty smiley face. So thank you for joining us. And those of you watching on replay, as always, thank you. We appreciate you today. And please do get involved, do comment in, still put replay. Let us know what value you got from this. Let us know if you have any questions following this, whether that's for me or for Lizzie. Please do get in touch. And as I say, doors are open to the Abundant Business Collective. You can find the link there and in the comments. That's where you'll find all of the information. Reach out to me if you've got any questions at all. If you want to find out if it's a good fit for you or your business or your industry, please let me know. And I'm always super honest. There may be something that's a better fit out there for you, and I'll recommend that instead. So please do always reach out and let me know. So thank you for joining me today, Lizzie. Thank you for those of you who are watching.
Thank you for
and I will
asking.
see you very soon with another Lazy Manifesting Success Series. Bye, everybody.
Bye.